Hey everyone, hope you're bright and shiny, and I'm also in the pink. This is Jubair Ahmed. So today we'll be discussing a problem from Codeforces. It's called helpful math. So what it what what it says here is that we will be given a sum, a structure format, and we have to or we have to arrange that in a non-decreasing order. So for example, let's say we are given 1 plus 3 plus 2 plus 1. So if we rearrange this in a non-decreasing order, then the answer will be 1 plus 1 plus 2 plus 3. So as you can see, it says 3 plus 2 plus 1. We have, this is the input, and the output should be 1 plus 2 plus 3. So let's get implementing. Okay. So we know that to use a string, we have to include that string header file. Even though since we have the bits slash standard C++ dot h header file, we don't need this though, because string is already included in this header file, so we don't need that. Okay, so starting, we'll take an input. And we can also sort this. There are many ways to solve this problem, but I'm doing in this way. Okay, let's see how is the string after sorting. Okay, let's take a sample, which is 3 plus 2 plus 1. Let's give an input here and let's run the code. Okay, we are half correct. So since sort function uses lexicographical order to sort, so the ASCII value of the plus character is maybe 43. I forgot actually. Maybe 43, and the one ASCII value of 1 is 49. So that the plus character's ASCII value is less than 1's ASCII value. So that's why all the pluses are all the plus character are before the actual digits. So what we can do is, instead of doing the instead of printing this, we can let's loop through this. Let's loop through the string, and the string's condition is going to be until the size ends. And when it's equal, the index going to be loop's going to be equal to the size of the string. Okay. Now if we print this now, we will still get the same, I think, same result. Yes, we are getting the same results. Okay, now what we have to do, let's give a condition. Say if we see if any index of s of I is equal to the first, since there are only 3 digits, 1, 2, and 3, so this is going to be very easy. So let's say for each index of the s, if s of I is equal to 1, or s of I is equal to 2, and s of I is equal 3, what we're going to do, we're going to print the s of I. If I print that, let's see what it prints. Okay, it says 1, 2, 3. Okay, so what if we add plus after that? Okay, it's almost correct, but the thing is we don't need the last extra plus character. So what we can do is we can take a Boolean variable and we're initializing it with true. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna when we see that first is false, whenever first is so we're gonna skip the first iteration. So when it's true, this is going to be false. So the first will be skipped. So we're gonna skip the first plus character, and then we're going to print the value of s of I index. Oh, is there a typo? Did I make a typo? Okay. And after that, what we want to do, we want to reassign the first to false. So then from the next iteration, it's going to print the character sign. Okay. Okay. So what we have done here that after, as you can see, after sorting, we get these values that is plus plus 1, 2, 3. And after looping through this string and conditioning, we get this. How did we get? So let's explain it. So here we have 5 character, like 2 pluses and 1, 2, 3, total 5 character. And so the string size is 5. So the loop we're going to be iterated 5 times. Okay, so the first iteration, so for the first iteration, when we're in the loop, it's gonna see the condition is gonna see that this is a plus. So the plus does not exist here in the condition. So the first iteration will not print anything, and the second iteration will do the same. And for the third iteration, the if condition will see that for s of 3, that is gonna see the 1 character. So it's gonna go, so the compiler gonna go to this block. So when it's go to this block, it will check what is this condition, if this condition is true. So first is true and not true is false. So this condition is then false, then this code block will not be printed. This will not be executed. So the compiler will read from the next. So it's gonna see that I'm printing that particular index, which is index's value, particular index's value, which is s of 3. S of 3 is here 1. So 1 is printed here. 1 is printed here, and after that what we are doing, we are reassigning the value to first is false. So the fourth iteration going to start now. So the fourth iteration, the the fourth character is 2. So the if condition will see is that it's 2. So the code's going to execute this one. And after entering this block, it will see this condition and it's going to check if this part of the condition is true. So first is assigned the last iteration. In the last iteration, we have assigned false to the first. So false, and so the fourth iteration will be that in the fourth iteration, the first is false. So not false is true. So this condition is going to true, and the compiler will execute this block. This block. So plus will be printed, and after that, what it's going to print it's going to print that index's value, which is the fourth index. Fourth index's value is 2. So 2 will be printed, and then we will reassign false to the first variable. And the fifth iteration is going to start, and it's going to see that the fifth element is 3. and it's going to see the fifth element is 3. So as usual, as before, it's going to check this condition, and since the first Boolean value is false, so not false is true, so plus will be printed. So after 2 it's going to print plus, and after that the fifth index's value of string is 3, so 3 will be printed, and then the first variable going to be reassigned to false, and the sixth iteration will start since I'm incrementing everything. So when the sixth iteration comes, this condition sees that 6 is not less than s dot size, because 6 is equal to s dot size. So the loop's not going to be executed and the code will end. So this is how it's working, the code is working. Now let's talk about the complexity. So we're taking string input. So for the n length of the string, reading n length of string s, it's going to be big of n. And for sorting, this is a built-in sort function, C++ sort function. So it is a hybrid sort function. It takes insertion sort, quick sort, and merge sort. Probably we can recall, but I remember that this one's bigger notation in the worst case is bigger of n log. I'm so sorry that for the typo. N log n. So n log n. And for the for loop here, we're gonna get a big of n. And since there is no nested loop here, so this is a big of n. So in this total code, the dominating complexity is big of n log n. So the overall complexity of this code is going to be n log n. Okay, so I'm going to give you a task, that is to make this code more efficient. I mean, solve this problem, the helpful math problem. I'll give this problem's link in the description. You'll have to make the code more efficient than this, which is better than bigger of n log n. So you can make big of n or big of log n. So this is your home task, and I will also try to post that answer video on the next release video. So till then, take care and thank you for listening.